game Dojo. You know where you are, and you know what's going down. It is the 31 days of Halloween, and we are reviewing the iconic horror classic, Friday the 13th, Jason Lives, Part 6. And you are in the game Dojo, baby. That's right. Welcome to another exciting movie review. I am the Game Ninja, and this is my game Dojo. But don't take my word for it. As I pan to the heavens, look around at the dojo bathed in red like blood. Yeah, baby, it's going down tonight. So, we are going to review the classic, the iconic, and the best in the series, according to me. Well, maybe a bunch of other people too, but me. This is me. And as I give you a little bit of what this is, I'm gonna pause it right here so you can see that, and I will grab my crusty, trusty machete, and we will get this on like Donkey Kong. That's right. So, step on up and get ready for the slashes, because I'm gonna flash splash and let you know what's going down as my homeboy stabs all that ass off. Cause this is Jason Lives, and he truly does. So grab your favorite snacks, your favorite bag of snacks, and get ready for the slashes, the scratches, and the stabs, and pills, and kills, because this is Jason, and this is the thrills. So on with the show. Here we go. Good night. Testicles, 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Hello and welcome to my review of Friday the 13th, Jason Lives, Part 6. Literally the best in the series, according to me. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody's going to love other ones. They love Manhattan. Personally, I don't like the whole going to the hood thing. That kind of kills it for me. When Leprechaun went to the hood, no. When Jason went to space, no. Okay, so we're going to stick with this one because this is the one I just watched, and this is one of my favorite. Now, immediately, if you watching Part 6, you realize the last one ended off with Tommy in the hospital and the fake mask being taken and the real one being put on by him, and he was possessed by Jason and killed the nurse and left through the glass in the rain. But in this one, for some reason, I guess they thought that was going to be the last one, and they just started new, which I like because it spawned a bunch of different sequels. But here we're back with Tommy. Tommy wants to go and find Jason and make sure he's dead and make sure that the curse ends here. Now, you might recognize the main actor Tom because he was Freddy in Return of the Living Dead, another absolutely amazing movie to me. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, but it's a little bit better now. I think what scared me the most was the fact that he said it was based on true events and I couldn't tell. Well, and never mind. We're in Jason right now, so we're going to do Jason. So, Tommy and his poi decide that they would just creep through the graveyard, dig up Jason, who is slumbering and not harming anyone and hasn't been for a while. But of course, you can't let sleeping dogs lie. If there ever was a truer narrative and parable in the conclusion, it's this one. So they dig up Jason during a thunderstorm, and I guess he went along with his best friend because he wanted to figure out, if Jason was really dead. So as they open the coffin, you get the first glimpse of Jason, and he's clearly dead. He's been dead. He's dried out. He's decayed. His killing days right now are over. So if Tommy would have just left it alone, nothing else would have transpired in this movie. But of course, that's not what makes a great slasher movie. So of course, Tommy decides to say, hey, I want to make sure he's dead, and I'm going to stab him with a gigantic iron rod during a thunderstorm, which ipso facto, in a Frankenstein theme, lightning brings Jason back, and of course he's pissed off. I mean, if I was sleeping for years and I was done killing, because, stabbing is murder on the joints, and you come back and somebody wakes you up from your slumber and disturbs you, of course I'm going to be pissed off. And that's what happens with Jason. He's pissed off. And of course, rightly so, by the way. I also thought it was a great thing, so he didn't have to run looking for his mask. Tommy brought it with him. But Tommy is plagued by the demons of Jason since he was a kid, played by Corey Feldman, and he just wanted to know. He needed peace in his mind to know that Jason is dead. And like I said, lightning strikes his body. Heart starts beating, his eyes open, and of course, here's Jason. He has returned. So, roll credits. There's the name, Jason Lives, because he does live. And believe it or not, he has some pretty well developed eyes. They look nice and healthy for a dead, dried out corpse. And his power in beast mode is on from the moment he gets up out of the grave. Now, for some reason, Tommy decided to see if he could pull the metal probe out of him, which I don't know why. But that ensues the entire killing spree and the traffic of our almost 2-hour stage in this, yes, another Friday the 13th movie. But like I said, this is one of the best in the series for me because I like the characters. Megan, oh my God. I like the characters, but I also like this one because this is the true confirmation that he is dead. He is not alive. I mean, the other ones before, you could kind of tell, you maybe tell. The one before this, it was the ambulance driver, but this time he's dead. There's no question. So as Tommy is face to face with his nemesis, he realizes that in the end only one can survive. So as the movie goes forward, we take on a cast of characters, the ipso facto a-hole sheriff, because there always has to be an a-hole sheriff in every movie. There's always a sheriff who is a true a-hole. He doesn't believe anything until he's face to face with it. So Tommy does his best to explain what happened at the graveyard, and they don't believe him, and who would? Oh, by the way, great scene right here with Carl Brunner from Ghost. I hated him, and I guess years later when he did Ghost, or I don't know if Ghost was before this, I have to check on that. Anyway, Carl Brunner, the guy who killed Patrick Swayze in the movie, or set him up to be killed, I love this death even more because I hated Carl Brunner. Like, I've seen him in a bunch of different things after Ghost, and every time his character dies, it is music to my ears. And now, for some reason, this is the point where Jason gives him a chance to run, but he doesn't run. He smashed the light to give him a chance to run. So I guess he wasn't going to kill him, but now I kind of have to. And he spews him through the stomach, flips him over like it's nothing. And then, of course, it's time to stab the girl, which, that was an awesome stab, but Jason, got to shake off them cobwebs. He just did get out of a grave. So as he comes to kill her, this is almost verbatim the scene between Arnold and the Predator when the Predator is chasing him. He falls back down a hole and he set up a trap for the Predator, and he wants the Predator to come for him. Same for her. She tries to buy and bargain with money as if a guy in a hockey mask that just stabbed your boyfriend's ass off is going to take money. So unfortunately, she loses sight of him, and this is the bad point. I kind of think maybe if she got up and ran, she would have had a chance. Probably not. But he just jumps in with a ha, and that's your ass. And just to let you know, let everyone know out there in Kellerville, Jason does not accept American Express. Sorry. It's only Visa everywhere you want to be, not American Express. Jason does not take American Express. So as the movie goes forward, the killings begin to happen more and more as Jason makes his way back to his old campgrounds, Camp Crystal Lake, which has been renamed in this movie. And the sheriff does his best to convince him and everybody else that Jason is dead. And this is the great ragtag of camp counselors. I like them in the fact that they're just fodder. They're there to be killed in the worst ways imaginable, and Jason does not let me down. No, he does not. These paintball guys in the woods were a funny scene, but they were basically there just to give Jason his new tools. His beautiful machete, as you see right now. He gets a beautiful Rambo knife, and he gets a bunch of other little tools that he can use during his killing journey. So thank you guys for being the weapons cache for Jason. Now, as I said before, one of the funniest scenes is the iconic camper scene, which I'm not going to show you what happens in it because it's explicit, but I cut straight to when they're driving. Now, Jason is already on the RV now. He could at least easily have killed both of them because there's no way for either one of them to go. But I like the fact that he still stalks and uses capability. And pardon the expression, there are zero fucks given. Sorry, I love it. So as Court is driving, jamming to his music with nothing in his mind, in the back, his girl is being bludgeoned and beaten to a bloody pulp. But also, this movie for me was hilarious and amazing because it literally extended the kills to an unbelievable aspect. Like, for instance, it takes like 2 pounds per square inch to crack the human skull. Yet and still, Jason has so much power that when he takes her and he rams her face into this camper wall through a mirror, it literally imprints her face and pulls through. It is an amazing kill. Reality? No. Reality be damned. Her face would have split in half and smashed, but he's still driving and driving. And the funny part is, doesn't even occur to him that something is wrong, that he doesn't see her. And why would it? It's Jason. And my friend, you are about to get the worst splitting headache in movie history. And this is one of my favorite kills. Look at that Rambo hunting knife. And as he steps up behind him, he could have easily cut his throat or killed him, but he wanted to wait until he was seen to stick him in the head. Oh, there it goes. That's your ass tonight. Goodbye. Now, one of the coolest scenes is as the camper hits the ground. I don't know why. I'm going to say, you NECA guys, you NECA figures, you guys out there that create horror figures and figurines, even pop dolls, why haven't you guys come up with this one yet? I want to see Jason. That's right. I want to see Jason standing on top of the camper. This is an iconic right there. Look at that. That is iconic. Him standing on top of the camper with on fire. It's wonderful. It's art. Brilliant. Thumbs up. So as the movie moves, oh, there's Megan. That's the Megan I was talking about. Now, the aforementioned scene I can't show of her is when she says, "That's what I want." If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, he had to duck down. Tommy had to duck down in the car. Oh, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You need to see the scene for yourself. It is one of the most wonderful cinematic scenes in history. It's an homage to Blue Jeans. So, back at the camp, Jason is laying havoc and siege. He's taken out the phone lines. He's taken out the power. And he's taken out all the camp counselors. Now, the cop, the sheriff, the a-hole sheriff, faced with the real Jason this time, takes aim and fires. And he couldn't have known that this guy is dead and he won't die. I guess fear grips you so strongly that you just won't believe it. But when you put somebody who looks like him with a bloody machete down with a shotgun blast, my friend, you keep blasting until there is no face, there is no arms, there is no legs, there is nothing to come after you. But of course he doesn't, and he's killed. Now, this is one thing I can say. I don't know about any other movie, but Jason established in this one he doesn't kill kids, which I kind of liked because I thought these kids were hamburger meat, but they weren't. He even has a chance of walking in and looking at a little girl. There's numerous times he could kill them, and it didn't work. So as the final climax appears and Tommy is facing off with his brilliant plan to kill Jason, Jason walks underwater and Tommy loses sight of him, which is dumb. So I'm not going to spoil what happens, but let's just say it doesn't work out. So Jason, who is now tied to a rock at the bottom of the water, he is going to get the banana hammock walla chala la la laka treatment to the max. And I'm talking about that sore throat from the Netherlands he's about to receive. And it's a great scene, and I loved it. And you can see his eyes as he's sitting there shaking back and forth, and his body's just reverberating, and then you get the chunks of disgustingness right through the prop. And we could have done without the scene, but I'm glad you did. And as the movie ends and takes siege on another Jason movie, we pan to Crystal Lake, his resting home, where for some reason Tommy thought he would be there forever, and if he returned him to his resting home, he would die and be at peace. But he was at peace in the grave. So, of course, Jason not being in his grave and being nice and gooey and wet, his eye opens because, yeah, it's more asses to stab off for another installment. And as we close the credits, that is the movie. And like I said, this is one of my favorite in the series. Absolutely. I give it 5 machetes out of 5 on the game.
So, how was that for a shocking movie review? Like I said, it is Friday the 13th, Jason Lives Part 6, and it is one of the best, my best in the series. Well, according to me, like I said before, but my opinion is the only thing that matters in the game dojo right now. So as I reach for my handy dandy crusty machete, oh, excuse me. These reviews are murder. That's right. I'm going to give it 5 machetes out of 5 on the Game Ninja scale of awesomeness. That's right, people. This is the best it gets during Halloween. And we will end this review with an enthusiastic good night.